Hello, obedience. So this is just a quick one with regards to the video that Dino Melaye released. In the video, you would notice he sat like an overgrown crybaby, claiming that he was innocently sitting in the crowd, and Peter Obi just began to lash out on him. That's with regards to the town hall meeting yesterday, organized by Arise TV. Now, if you would notice from the very beginning, Ruben Abati, there was some uproar, and Ruben Abati said Peter Obi should go ahead speaking and people will keep quiet and all of that. And he kept making reference to the fact that the noise was coming from Peter Obi's camp. And Peter Obi repeatedly told him, it is not only my supporters or obedience that are in the hall and all of that. And he wanted to actually use that against him by claiming, oh, it appears you don't even know who's speaking and all of that. Now, that passed, and Ruben Abati went ahead with the interview. But Dino Melaye kept it on. From the response, you don't have to be there to know it. From the response of Peter Obi, you would know that he kept making reference to the fact that every noise that came was from Peter Obi's camp. And the truth of the matter is that the simple question you would ask is, what rationale, or what was the rationale they used to arrive at the point that any noise that came from the crowd uh, was from Peter Obi's supporters? There was Abiola, there was Peter Obi, there was Konkoso, and there was Okoa. Why, of all people, is just Peter Obi and all of that? So Dino Melaye maintained that lie, and he kept on doing it and was making reference to Peter Obi. So until it got to the point where Peter Obi had to rebuke him. And contrary to how Reno tried to garnish it by claiming exchange of hot words between Peter Obi and Reno, they are not on the same platter. There wasn't any exchange of hot words. Peter Obi rebuked Dino Melaye. It's as simple as that. And he did a good job there as a mature man and someone that should call unruly people to order. Now, what I want us to do, what I'm just appealing to us, is that let's try as much as possible to support him, because the whole idea is to make sure that they catch him with a statement that either condemns the way we support him. When you go to social media, you would see terms as obidiots, you will see people referring to him as obituary. Nobody in the media has ever picked it up to ask people why they make reference to us like that. But then each time you just air your opinion as a supporter of Peter Obi, you look like somebody that should be rebuked. You look like somebody unruly and all of that. So let's not create a situation where they would pick on him, because the whole idea is to either say, see what your presidential candidate is doing, or to say to the presidential candidate, see what your supporters are doing. He handled it well yesterday. Let us support him. He did a great job. And let us forget about all this overgrown crybaby video that is moving on social media, thanks to Reno Omokri trying to sell it. And even Festus Kiyamo has bought it, asking if he becomes president now, what would he do, and all of that. They are all lies. Somebody was behaving like a child, and a mature human being rebuked him. Simple as that. In case you don't know who the Dino Melaye is that I'm talking about, I'm making reference to that same Dino Melaye that told Remi Tinubu that he would beat her and impregnate her and nothing would happen. So these are the kinds of characters that want to soil the image of Peter Obi. And we should be careful even in our own criticism. Let's try to get details of issues before we begin to comment on social media, because that's what everybody is waiting for. Let's push him and let's see what would come out. And that's why everybody is going and saying whatever he wants to say. Let's just keep that in mind as we support him. We're actually taking back our country from the corruption, from the failure and everything. And Peter Obi and Yusuf Deti Baba Ahmed are just the guys that are taking us there. Yep.